Good morning, everybody, and welcome to episode 20 now. And welcome to the show. I'm Barry Fair. Today, I've got Alana with me, and today we are off to Warringah Mall. But before we go, let's talk about the importance of getting organized for an outing, making sure you've got everything. And also today we're going to be talking about tough love and why it is important to have tough love and why we should listen to people. Now, tough love, guys, is very important, and listening to people's advice and things like that, and using one-on-one people appropriately and not just sitting in the house. So, today we're going to be heading off and jetting and going out. So, we're going to be doing that today. So, what is tough love, I hear you viewers ask out there? Well, tough love is when you try to encourage someone to do something. I mean, they're not forcing you to, they're just giving you the options. And now, here's Alana now. Good morning. Welcome to episode 20 this morning.
Thanks, Barry, for having me. Got some good topics to discuss today, hey?
Yep, so tough love. Okay. Tough love is when, like I just said, if you've got to listen to people, even myself here. So please, if you don't agree on something, don't raise your voice, don't get angry. Find a place to sit down, okay, and talk about the problem. Let's begin on that. Okay. We know that you like to be in your comfort zone and in your shell, but guys, it's not good for your mental health. Get out there, make the most of what you have in life. Here's Alana now for her opening sequence on this and why it's important.
Oh, 100%, that's what I'm here for each week, to get you out and doing things, not just sitting in your room, staring at the ceiling. I'm here to help.
And like we said on a previous episode before we went into lockdown in April, okay, be calm about it.
Yeah.
Be aware of the situation and why people want to encourage you. Don't just go and tell them to go away, because it's not the right tool, guys, to have. Because if you, suddenly push a one-on-one person away because they're trying to help you well, you're not only hurting your own feelings, but the person's feelings as well. So be, think about what you're gonna say. Think about what you're doing. Tell the person why you don't want to do it and the reasons, the valid reasons. Here's a liner now for this.
Yeah, I think that's really good, Barry. I think, it's good to think about your actions and, the impact they'll have on others. So it's good that you've got that insight.
So please have a good attitude, guys, okay? Because you're not only hurting your own feelings, but the person that's working with you. So, if you're gonna get angry, okay, what we suggest you do before you go and explode like a firework or a firecracker, well, the same thing. Work out what is going to make you angry. Don't just get angry because somebody has suggested something or argued the point in the wrong way, because it's not good for my mental health or anybody's mental health for that matter. So, you know, getting angry, guys, is a wasted emotion. It's no point getting angry unless somebody has lied to you or hasn't respected you or hasn't trusted you. But if you're being angry for no reason, guys, again, it is a wasted emotion. So, if you're not in a good frame of mind, guys, or don't have a good mindset for the day ahead of you, well, you've not only ruined the day for yourself, but the person with you. You've ruined their day as well. Here's Alana now.
Oh, I completely agree, Barry. You've got a lot of insight there. It's hard when you feel angry, and I think it's a normal emotion. And I think, like you said, think about it, why you've got the emotion. Let yourself cool down, don't feel bad. And like you said, think about why you're angry. Barry, you said, if you feel disrespected or like someone's hurt your feelings or lied to you, like so valid to feel angry.
But you have to have something, guys, to be angry about, okay? Because if you've got nothing to be angry about, okay, this is what part one is about, okay? Don't just get angry because you don't want to do something. Okay, say to the person, look, I'm not in the best of moods today. Can we just go low-key or something and solve the problem in an adult-like way, because it's the only way, guys. Here's the line now.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, you've got to feel the emotion and not feel bad about it. But I guess be careful with your words, because you can't really take them back. Maybe just have some time to cool off before you deliver your message, I guess.
And don't just say I don't want to go out today because it's my choice. Okay, it may be your choice, guys, not to go out and stay in your shell, but Alana and I are not like that. We want to go out, have fun, have adventures, you name it. Anyway, okay, be be honest. I mean, if you feel that going out is a problem, okay, sit with the person, okay, and say, give valid reasons because, you know, let's take this egg as an example, okay? If it's sitting on the kitchen bench or in the fridge for days and days and days and not being used, well, it's a waste of an egg because you've got to crack the egg open at some point. Okay, get out there. Okay, we know that some days that you may feel like rubbish and so on, but guys, take a good hard look at yourself in the mirror before you organize the day. Okay, and if you're too wound up, take some time, go for a walk around the block. Okay, and when you're ready to apologize to the person, please apologize because sometimes the person may not deserve to be spoken in the way that you spoke to them. Here's a liner now.
That's really good advice, Barry, with the egg and the cracking. And I think that's a really good analogy because I think, we want to go on adventures and live life to the fullest because that's what life's all about. And, and our room's our comfort zone and it's nice to be in it and we can definitely come back home, back to the comfort zone. But, you appreciate it when you've gone out and you've had a bit of adventure. That's what life's about.
And don't just like sit in a room and frown and cry because it's not good. I mean, okay, there was sometimes people are there to be cruel and be kind because they care about us. Okay? People weren't there here to care about us. Well, what's the point of people caring about us and worrying about us if we're not ready to care about them? So, I mean, take a think about it because we have the one life on this earth, guys. So why the hell waste it if we're if we're not going to do anything with it? So come on, get up, get dressed, have a good breakfast, and enjoy the day. And sort out the problem when you get back. Okay, because it is really very important that you listen and I listen and my offsider here. Okay, but if you choose not to listen, guys, well, that's totally your choice because the person will just say, see you later, and that's it because you've hurt their feelings or said something that's really not appropriate. So, controlling our mood swings and when people are giving us tough love, okay, you have to listen, guys, because it's very rude not to listen because the person may have something important to tell you, and why you should do this or why you shouldn't do this. Here's Alana now.
Oh, I completely agree, Barry. You put some really good advice today. You're really coming out with some pearls of wisdom.
So, I mean, okay, you may not want to go out, but the more you stay in your shell, guys, the more time you're wasting. So, let's just use the time wisely and properly and honestly. So don't act like the fool, guys. If you still feel upset about what has happened, okay, don't take your anger out on someone else. There, you can take your time out, take the time out, sorry, to work out what has upset you and tell your outsider how you feel. Okay, but remember, guys, be polite about it. Okay, really do think because, okay, you're angry, but please don't hurt someone's feelings and, well, should we say, don't hurt someone else's feelings and saying things to suit you because, again, once again, sorry, you could potentially hurt your feelings and the outsiders as well. So we're going to be covering this more today. So the time is now coming up to 10:13 this Wednesday. Thank you for joining us here. And just before we go, make sure you've got everything prepared for your outing, okay, such as your plate, your knives, your forks, etc. Don't just get halfway to your destination and think, oh no, I haven't got everything. So even the night before, guys, do a checklist. Have someone help you to pack your stuff the night before so you're ready to go the next day. Here's Alana now.
Oh, yeah, that's great advice, Barry.
So, coming up after the break, we go to Warringah Mall and we'll have a great day there. So, the show is just beginning. This is episode 20 here. And thank you so much for joining us today. This is Barry Fear. It's coming up to 15 minutes after 10 here on this Wednesday morning. And we'll see you at Warringah Mall very, very shortly. Good afternoon again, viewers, and welcome back to episode 20 today. This is Barry Fair and Alana Wilson on this 17th day of May. Today I would like to commence the second part of our show by accepting when things have to be changed and not taking our anger out on someone else. Now, what's it so exciting to move house? Okay, and you've set a date. The date that was set may not be possible. So, Should you take your anger out on someone else because carpet hadn't been laid out in the new room? No. Why? I will tell you why. One, it is very rude. Two, it is very disrespectful. And three, don't just say, well, I want to move now, because unless you want to have your room all messed up before you move in there, well, you have to wait. Just like with anything. People are not superheroes, guys. Okay, so when things are not going your way, please do not get cranky about it. If you feel it is too much for you, please do talk to your site manager. Get the line now to open the second part of our show with this today.
Yeah, I think that's great advice, Barry. You know, sometimes things, don't go our way, unfortunately.
But like I said, should you take the blame out on someone else because things aren't going our way, or go, no, it is not the right way to go. So please do not get angry. It's okay to be upset, but don't spoil the rest of the day or night without for anyone else. Because just because you've received some bad news, it doesn't give anyone the right, and this includes me, to take my anger out on someone else, because anger is a wasted emotion. Like I said earlier today before we left here. So, if you receive some bad news, guys, please don't go and say to the manager it's all your fault when they are only just passing on the message. And don't say, well, you had no right to tell me that, because it's their job. Because if I say to the manager now, you had no right to tell me that, well, I think the manager would be quite taken aback, to be quite honest. Okay, and if you're upset about something not happening straight away, have a talk to your site manager about it. Here's my offside.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you can't really say that's not right because it's not really the house manager's sort of fault. They're just, like as Barry said, they're just the messenger that's just delivering the news. As much as it's annoying, it's, not their fault. It's just unfortunately the situation that is currently happening at the moment.
And another thing you must not do is ring that house of the manager where they're working and say, well, you gave me this date and all of that rubbish, because, guys, this is what we are discouraging you to do, is not take your anger out on someone else because you've had a setback, because this is not right. Because, example, if I exploded in front of my outsider and the manager, well, I can tell you one thing right now on the show, I will not be thanked for that or respected for that. And another thing, guys, it is very disrespectful off-putting, and it's letting the managers down. And as I said before, you're not only hurting your own feelings, but the managers and the offsider, the person that is working with you, is my offsider.
Yeah, I completely agree, you know. It's not good to take your anger out.
So if you're gonna be angry, take your anger outside and be angry outside on your own, but don't go around blaming other people because the messenger has told you something important, because there may be a good reason why this date and time is not suitable. So you know, it's no good taking your anger out on someone else because things haven't gone your way. And like I just said a couple of minutes ago, anger is a wasted emotion. You cannot, and we repeat, you cannot take your anger out on someone else and then spoil your own day and the person that's working with you, because will you be thanked for it? No. Will you be told to change your attitude? Yes. Because you're not the only person that you're letting down. Think of the person who delivered the news. And if you have any concerns about it, guys, well, all you've got to do is speak to your manager. Speak calmly and politely to your manager. Don't be rude about it. If you're very upset, take some time out, go for a walk, have a cup of tea or coffee or something, or sit somewhere quietly, okay, and stuff like that. But do not act like a 5-year-old about this. Here's my offsider.
I completely agree, Barry. That's really good advice.
Because will you be thanked for it? No, you will not. Because the more you are angry about it and go on about it, people tend to lose their listening skills and they will not want to engage with you at all. Here's my offsider.
Yeah, I agree. And what other topics do you want to talk about today, Barry?
Now, also to cover today's show, or the rest of it, because we're in part 2 now, is Warringah Mall. Now, we went to Warringah Mall today, and I brought 3 pairs of track pants worth $48. So there are an assortment of colours there. We had a lovely taxi driver that took us there and brought us back. And what a day I've had. A very productive day. We went to Best and Less, and then the bank, and then we went to the fish and chip shop and had a lovely lunch of fish and chips. And I can tell you my mouth is watering after that. And I am feeling better after a good lunch there. And to top it off, some coffee, pineapple and orange juice. Beautiful stuff. So a good day at Warringah Mall. And Warringah Mall is just turned 60 this year. So happy birthday, Warringah Mall. So we've had a productive day today, Alana and I. And what a terrific day we've had, and we've got I've got a phone call to wait for with the NDIS, so that's pretty good there. So a pretty good day we had, Alana, and what a productive day we had.
Very.
I don't have the track pants to show you right now because they're at the tables, but we will pick them up next Wednesday and I will show you them on the next show because I needed to get some stuff anyway. So a very productive day it was indeed this day. And Alana had her sushi, and I'm glad she enjoyed it.
It was really good.
So just going over what we've discussed so far today on the show is being respectful and courteous and other people's feelings. And like I said at the start of the show today, if you've got a problem, please sort it out in an adult-like way. Don't act like a 5-year-old or act like an idiot because, guys, you will not be thanked for it, okay? And potentially you will be spoken to about your behavior. I brought this up on one of the videos I did in Queensland before coming back here. And another thing is don't criticize the person either because, like Alana said, the messenger is only doing what they're told. So whether you're in just because you're having a bad morning or afternoon or evening, it does not give anyone the right to act the fool, play the fool, and think you can take control of the manager. Because it's not the right thing to do. So guys, we'd like to close the show now by saying it is really important to act in a mature, calm, adult-like way and not go off the handle if you've had a setback, because I went completely ballistic last year when I had some news and when I had COVID. And was I thanked for it? Of course not. So, it is really important, guys, to really think about your actions and the consequences which you may face if you are going to continue acting in this way, because you will not be respected, okay? and you will not be thankful. Here's a line in it.
Yeah, that's good advice, Barry. I completely agree. Not good to lose it like that, you know. Not good.
Because if you just suddenly go
Yeah.
and then think, oh, it's all your fault, you beep, then the manager won't be impressed.
No.
Okay? Yeah, the person who you are working with won't be impressed.
No.
And if someone spoke like that to me, I'd probably say, excuse me,
Mm.
do you have a personal problem?
Mm.
Or is there something, or is there something that you didn't understand, or would you like us to explain to you in another way? Here's my outsider.
Oh yeah, that's great advice, Barry.
Another way you can say to address the person if they've spoken to you, you can say, excuse me, I don't like the way you have spoken to me. Please apologize because I don't deserve to be spoken to like that.
Mm.
I am only here to deliver what I've been told, especially when people have been sick.
Mm.
Here's my outsider.
That's great advice, Barry. Really good.
So please, guys, don't act the fool. Don't act like an idiot. Because you're not doing yourself any favors or the person that's working with you any favors or the manager a favor because they may be upset.
Yeah.
They may not want to respect you or listen to you until you learn to handle the situation in a positive way. And the manager may say, well, I'm only just here doing what I'm told or relaying back to you what I've been told. So don't just sit in your room, guys, and sulk like a 5-year-old, okay? Because it will not work. Here's a line in there.
That's great advice, Barry.
Because people will not thank you for that.
Mm.
And like I've said before, people will lose their listening skills.
Oh yeah.
And they may say, well, I'm not listening to that.
Mm.
Here's
Yeah.
here's a line in there.
Yeah, I agree, Barry. Definitely.
So what would you do if someone was rude to you?
I think I would let them know, and I would say I didn't appreciate the way they were speaking to me. I'm pretty good at that. What about you, Barry? What would you say?
Well, I'd just say, well, if that's the way you are gonna handle the situation,
Yeah.
I'm only doing as I am told by delivering
Yeah.
the message to you,
Yeah.
and I would just walk away.
Yeah.
And until you are ready to speak to me in a more appropriate manner,
Yeah.
then I will talk to you and respect you.
Yeah.
But until you change your attitude, see you later. Here's my outsider.
That's fair enough.
So the best thing to do, guys, if you're working with someone that's been argumentative or temperamental, is just say, okay, I'm not gonna do anything for you until you have calmed down and perhaps apologize. Okay, because does anybody deserve to be spoken to like that? No. And being angry, okay, is a wasted emotion. I have said this before, and I will say it again today. But don't get angry for no reason at all. Please don't do that. So we'd like to leave you with that message today. Well, to end today's show, we'd like to say a big thank you to everybody for tuning into episode 20 today, and we hope that you've enjoyed it. Alana, have you enjoyed it?
I have enjoyed it. Thanks for having me.
And we'll be back with you next week for another jam-packed episode, and we do hope that you will join us then. But in the meantime, the message that I close each show with, and that is 000. Please do not ring that number unless you have an emergency. Simple as that. If it ain't broke, guys, do not fix it. Okay, there are other alternatives to ringing 000. Okay, don't just ring them for stupid prank issues. And that's where we'd like to wrap up today's show. Thanks for joining us today, and we will see you on the next episode with Barry, Fair, and Alana. Until then, it's a very good afternoon from us now. Thanks for your company today on episode 20. Until next week, bye bye.